All right, so we're gonna start with the first sample. It's the 3-finger pleated panel, 3.5-inch overlap, 3.5-inch return, with a finished flat width of 29.5, which is from pleat to pleat. We're gonna use the interlined panel that you have given us, and we're gonna start inputting data into our Eisencolt screen. So there's a couple choices here. This is buckram. You can choose different sizes. In this case, 10 means 4 inches or 10 centimeters. We'll pick that. In this case, you can choose a single, a double, or a triple. We're choosing a triple pleat. Here's where we put the data of the actual panels of fabric. We measured your panel. The first panel is actually 53.5, so we just go to panel 1, input 53. 4/8, and it shows up as 53.5 as the first panel. Then your second panel, we measured it, is 25 inches, so it's 25, enter, and there is no third panel, so we'll put that on 0, enter. So in this case, you can see that this is the actual side hem to seam and seam to side hem information that we got, and then we'll just press OK. Then you asked for a finished curtain pleat, finished width, and you asked for 29.5. So we're going to enter 29 4/8. So as you can see, the pleated drape is 29.5. Your side hem, in this case it's already set at 3.5 and 3.5, but you can just touch it and put any size that you would desire for that, and then just enter. Your fabric type, in your case, it's heavy, so we're going to go to heavy. I'm also going to change the fabric thickness to 2 millimeter, and this is basically done to help the calculation work best. Our preferred pleat distance between the pleats is 4 inches. Preferred average depth is 1 1/16. So in this case, we can choose between a top tack or a bottom tack. In this case, I'm going to go for a bottom tack. That's a choice. And once I'm happy with the input, I'm going to press next, and the machine now automatically calculated the settings. It's going to give me an actual pleat distance of 4 5/16 between pleats. The pleat depth is going to be 15/16. The number of pleats is going to be 8. I can, if I would like, change it. I can go to 9 pleats. I can go to the number of pleats that work best for me by just going up or down. And once I'm happy with the whole setup, my next step would be grabbing the fabric and starting the process. So here is the starting point of the fabric. You can clamp it, so in this case the finger holds the fabric in place. I'm going to make sure that the fabric is lined up with this edge to make sure that we have it straight, and we start the process. And we basically now just guide the fabric as it goes. And then we'll go on to the next. I make sure that my fabric is straight up. And with the third pleat, we need to make sure that the fabric goes down. Now the machine will ask me to confirm the size to the seam. It's actually telling me that it should be 27 3/16, and it's actually that. So I can just basically, there's a measuring tape here. I'll measure it, saying confirm, and we can go to the next. Now, the fingers are right on top of the seam. I don't personally like that too much, so I can make a small adjustment with the finger. So I can make it slightly smaller to where I'm gonna get it exactly where I want to. As you can see, it's now positioned, and I'm gonna continue the process. Now we're at the last pleat. We can measure if the actual return as we want it is 3.5. Let me make sure that I have, sorry. As you can see, you can measure, it is 3.5. So I just continue. However, I could make changes. If it would be slightly off, I could make changes at the last pleat. For this particular panel, it's a pretty heavy drapery. This is the sample that we made and we'll send to you. Thank you very much, and we'll send it out shortly.